Okay, this is official. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Team Panacea Weekly Call. My name is Kodi Reed. If you don't know who I am, I will introduce myself to you quickly. I think I was member number 3 when Team Panacea was originated in 2009. My husband signed me up to be a coach, even though I didn't want anything to do with the business. 6 years later, here I am. I am a 3-time elite coach. I just promoted to 6-star last week. I'm I'm Success Club legend, and I'm still in Success Club a lot of months in a row. So my beliefs in this business have changed a lot since the very beginning when I said, just sign me up, whatever you need to do to get us going. So I'm happy to be here on the call tonight because, Chris is always doing the calls and I'm always just kind of throwing in my little 2 bits, but I wanted to host this call. But real quick, I'm going to turn it over to Heath because we have something really exciting to talk about tonight. Well, for him, Heath, will you unmute yourself and tell everybody what happened?
Well, I was sitting Wednesday watching it was the webinar from Jimmy Hayes, and as I was watching it, my phone was sitting over here to the right, and I was trying not to be distracted, and all of a sudden I hear the tone of, I've got email. So I just happened to, and I did it, the cardinal sin. I picked it up and looked at it, and I scrolled from the bottom to the top, and what caught my attention was you won 2 prizes in the Beachbody Challenge. And of course, when I saw that it didn't register, it was like, what? Wait a minute. I had to do a double take and look at it, but it said I won $2,000. And I was like, whoa, hold on a second. So I'm scrolling through it, and it said that I scored the highest in the age and gender category, but also scored the highest in the ultimate health transformation. So I'm in the quarterly contest coming up. So I've got a chance to win $5,000 and a trip to Los Angeles. If I win, me and Sandra, we get to go out to Los Angeles and tour Beachbody headquarters, get to go to Disneyland, get a lot of superstar treatments. So I'm really excited about it. It's the money couldn't have come at a better time, but this opportunity couldn't have come at a better time. And I'm just really excited to have been chosen, out of all the entries that were submitted.
Yeah, I mean, literally, your hard work has paid off, right? And I'm sure. I mean, yes. I heard the voicemail that he sent to Chris, and the man was pretty excited, as we were for him as well. So good luck with that. And guys, when you see him, when we post the link on there, please be supportive and just take 10 seconds of your time and vote for him. Vote for him daily. We really would appreciate it.
So. Be sure to put your stuff in too, because I know some of you are crushing the workouts, and not only do you get a free shirt, you might get $1,000 or 2.
So I guess that's true. Never think it can't happen to you, that they just pick people. Anyways, we've had several Team Panacea members win. Annette Jansen has won, and then we've had some other coaches have a person in it. But anyways, Heath, congratulations on that, and look forward to seeing how that progresses for you guys. So anyways.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, and also on another note, they told me that my transformation story will be posted on Beachbody's website February 23rd. So
good. That's next week.
Next week, yes.
Okay, so when we log into our when we log in, we're going to see you right there, huh?
I hope so. I hope I don't break nobody's computer, but you're supposed to be there.
Well, good. So real quick, I'm going to share with you No, he just took a phone call. He's going out. Okay, so like every day when you're out and about, I'm sure that Beachbody comes in your mind, right? Sometimes you're watching this movie, about the snail, and he's got this big cream, and you think, oh, Beachbody. It just seems like no matter when we're just out and about, something correlates, and we can kind of put Beachbody in. And so, so last Sunday I was at church, and if the Kellogg's are on here, you've heard this, and I won't preach it like Pastor Chad did, but I'm sitting in church and the pastor's talking, and all I can think about is Beachbody. Okay, but focus here. I apply this to my life, but man, this would be a really good Beachbody call. And so, I talked to the pastor and said, hey, do you mind? He goes, no, that I get my stuff from anywhere. You don't feel free. And so I have to put my Beachbody spin on it and where it comes from. And so we had been talking about patterns and I have to look at my notes, sorry. We've been talking about patterns and how patterns and habits and routines shape who we are and what we become. And I think as coaches, we are called to make a difference. And so I'm going to share these 6 P's that he shared, and then how you can maybe apply it to your business or your relationships with people. The first thing he talked about there's a problem. There's a problem. People are hurting. There are people who need help financially. They've got a ton of debt, maybe depression, discouragement. There's no hope. There's disappointment and just brokenness. And we can all relate to that. Somehow at some level, we became coaches because maybe we heard our coach touch one of those aspects and we thought, how can we change that in us? How can we change that? And so there's a problem out there. Obesity is a problem. We see, that we know that this country is notorious for that. And so we identify problems. And the second P I want to share is person. It's the coach. It's you. You have to be the person who's willing to do something about the problem. And you don't have to be a nutritionist. You don't have to be a personal trainer. You just have to be a person who's able to share what coaching could do to change their life. How did coaching maybe help you pay off a student loan? How coaching is helping you maybe make your payment to your house or your car payment, or help you just with the groceries, put gas in your car. Because when we started coaching, we were a paycheck to paycheck income family. Coaching put gas in my car, and then coaching was able for me to go to the grocery store. I mean, not that we were, but I mean, that's just a little bit of what coaching did. So when we identify anybody's problem, we're just relating. We become relatable. When people tell me, especially when my market, is moms, with small children, and they tell me that they want to do all these things, but they just can't because I become very relatable to that. I'm the person that says, I understand that you have this problem and how you feel, but this is what you can do to change this. So being able to be relatable and vulnerable to somebody else's problem and you being the person that has the solution. The third P is passion, because as coaches, we do get passionate about this business. You get very passionate when somebody is not just 2 points. And if you're thinking okay, you're my next 2 points, you're looking at this business the wrong way, because this business is all about helping other people with their problems with that. I think that empathy goes a long way here, that you need to empathize and sympathize, or whatever the word is, that you connect with this person and how you can help them. And there's a quote here that says, passion without motion is just an emotion. So you have to act on this passion. And maybe I'm getting my notes and things mixed up here, but I think about how this kind of motion, you get scared sometimes. I mean, you want to talk to someone about how Beachbody has changed your life, and you see that maybe somebody has lost their job, and you're afraid that maybe this is an insensitive time. Sorry. Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, we were muting somebody, sorry. So I think about this little section right here. I mean, it made me stop and think about it. Maybe you're afraid, maybe you think it's insensitive to approach someone who, their husband just lost their job and you're not sure, and they're not sure what they're going to do, and you want to say something, but you don't. And I just think it's the time to be brave and say, you know what, I might have something for you in the meantime while you're looking. Is this something I can maybe talk to you about? I mean, if your heart's in the right place and you really have a genuine want and need to help these people with their something, I think that's when it kind of is a good time to just share what Beachbody's done for you. I also oftentimes think about the fear of not acting on things. Maybe you meet someone at the grocery store, maybe you meet someone at the park and you're talking to your kids and you just want their Facebook information because you know what, you really had a good time talking to this person, but you're afraid to ask them. I mean, what's the harm in saying, you know what, I think we made a connection here. I think this is somebody I want to get to know, and just say, and to make that little brave step on how to, get to know them and further that relationship. Because you know what, you may get to know this person and they actually might have something that you need. The fourth P is a plan. So, here's the person, they have a problem. we're the person, the coach, and then we have that passion to help other people, and then there's a plan. Business is just full of ways to help people. There's challenge packs, challenge groups, there's free clean eating groups, there's the support, the accountability, and also building the relationship and trust. And this is where you have to utilize your time and be diligent with your plan because you want the outcome to be beneficial to that person. And this is where we have to prepare. There's the back office is full of resources of how you can, maybe somebody's planning, they don't know how to get started with a new coach. Maybe you find someone, you're like, okay, now what do I do? And you're afraid that maybe your coach, like the National Wake Up Call that I've referred to a few times this week about getting coaches started, it's not up to your upline to get someone started, but there's a plan, there's plans in the back office for every coach level. If you're an emerald and you want to go diamond, but your coach isn't running a diamond group, go to the back office and look at that plan. It's all spelled out for you what you can do to go to the next level. But back to here, we have a person with a problem, and we're the coach, we're the person with the passion to help other people, and we have a plan. You work with someone with a plan, okay? And with every plan, there's a price. And this is where we find it very difficult because now maybe we feel icky, and now maybe we feel salesy, and there's opposition, and it's going to be hard because this is where a lot of the problem rises, right? There's a price. But here it's very important to connect with somebody is why they wanted to do something about changing their situation, and you have to be able to just explain that with everything comes a price, and there will be a sacrifice. Maybe they will have to. I'm so sorry. I just sell the Valentine's jersey to make it to the men's event. That's the sacrifice, but it's going to be. Kind of leads me into the next one. The payoff is what's going to be great, because when you invest in yourself, you make you put in the I lost myself. Sorry. Back to the price. There's going to be things. Will people laugh at you? Will people, relate to your fears? There's so many things that face during that price stage, but you have to be able to say, yeah, I'm willing to do this and sacrifice it, because in the end there will be a payoff, and it's not going to be easy. And there's going to be times where you're going to want to quit, but the payoff is being consistent and getting results and being able to make it to the end. It's easy to start. Anything's easy to start. And sometimes the price isn't the problem. You buy it, you get it, and then what? Okay. This is when you as a coach has to be supportive and get that person to the end, because in the end, the payoff is great. You know what? They may not be the next rock star on your team, but they transformed themselves. They had better health. They have better something. And maybe this is somebody who wants to partner with you and do exactly what you're doing. And a lot of times when we face these oppositions, I'm kind of flip-flopping back, sorry. But a lot of times people always want to say, what am I doing wrong? We got to this part, I helped the person. I talked to the person. I felt like there was some trust. I felt like they were built, but we got to the price and it just stopped. I heard crickets. Well, just because you're doing something wrong, when you think you're doing something, when you face opposition, it's not because you're doing something wrong. It's because you're doing something right. There's just so much that you can do for that person. And if you just be always supportive and always there for them, and check back with them and know that you genuinely care about them, then their timing will come. Like I don't know if she's on the phone or not, but I have a coach basic group, and it's gotten quiet. I'm going to admit it. We started with 5 people strong. Everybody was ready to kill it. And now it's, chirping in there, crickets. But, I've got one coach just showing up saying, today I did my assignment. I connected with this many people, and it's all about the time. It's all about the time. And here I know that she's someone who's ready to wait for the payoff. That's it. I think I go too fast and I just get really nervous, but that's what I really wanted to share is how I just heard this and how I applied it to coaching, and how that's just maybe a pattern. Maybe these are some notes that you can take to think about why you're doing this business, and when it gets hard, to know that it's not always going to be hard. But you want to say anything? You got to say something, because my call's finished and now I got a lot of time.
Well, you know what? I think that it goes to when she talks about feeling salesy, right? And you know, there's so many people on here that I would venture to say are just really excited, really happy that somebody asked them to be a Beachbody coach. Somebody asked them to, buy a challenge pack and get started. And so, you know, you have to be one of those people so that when you are talking to someone, you know in your heart that if they do this and they do it right, it'll change their life. You know, and you know that because you're doing it, because you just won $2,000, because you're able to leave your job, because you're able to get out of debt, because you're able to do all of these things because you said yes to Beachbody. Man, we really need that line in here. It's dark. But, you know, so, I mean, I think that's really an important aspect to not worrying about feeling salesy. You know, I say all the time that when I'm talking to somebody, I really, in my heart, I feel like it's one of the most important conversations that they're going to have, in recent history, at least, because it can lead to all sorts of things. It can lead to, you know, being debt free, to 6-figure incomes, to losing 30 pounds, to getting off your blood pressure medicine, to doing whatever it is that you want to do. You know, every time somebody gives me an excuse about why they can't be a Beachbody coach, really in my head, I'm like, yeah, no, dummy. That's why you should be a Beachbody coach. You know, oh, I can't afford it. Well, then you should be a Beachbody coach. Oh, I work too much. Well, you should be a Beachbody coach. You know, I don't have any energy. Well, you should be a Beachbody coach and get in shape. You know, I mean, it's just, and if you have that mindset, then other people will have that as well. You know, last week I talked about this call with one of my customers who I walked her through buying a challenge pack, and it was a conversation that kind of took place all day. But she's, man, I can't believe how confident you are. She needed to, she's like, I want to lose 10 pounds on 21-day fix. Can we do that? And she's on day 12 and she's lost 7.6 pounds and she's over the moon. And she's like, I can't believe I ever doubted you. And, and I'm like, well, yeah, me either. Of course, not everybody says yes like she did. But if you exude confidence because you've done it yourself, then people pick up on that, right? And when you're talking to somebody about the business, you don't say, oh, you know what, I'm going to try and do this. I'm going to see what happens. I'm going to give it a shot. It's no, I'm going to crush this. And if you want to come with me, then pack your bags because I'm going to the friggin' moon. I don't even know if that's got anything to do with your topic.
No,
but,
you're starting to ramble. You're getting on your little kick. Anyways, it was supposed to be a warm, fuzzy call, not one of his things. So.
Well, see what people ask down there. I know you don't pay attention.
I don't pay attention to anything. Let's see who's chatting. She always forgets to submit. Submit, Kim Hart. You always have great results. So.
All right, ask if they have any questions.
Stop. You just told me to do this. Can you offer some good PD on gaining confidence? Well, I don't know about that. Brooke, you read the Badass book, right? And that was my game changer. And I'm going to read it again because for me, when I read that book, and for you that are in here audio, if with small kids, you don't want to listen to audio because she's a lot of F-bombs. But if you read that book, to me, that was my game changer. That was the one that really got my butt kicking last year. And it pushed me to the end. And I need to revisit that book. But Natalie Wiley, you had a guest speaker on your call that had a lot of recommendations and was confidence or something, one of those categories. Do you remember? Leanne?
Yeah, she had a whole list, and confidence was one. I'll get that out and I'll put it in the team fan page.
Okay, cool. Wait, Christina's got some B something. Christina posted some, Brooke. You can check the chat there, right? Yeah? Okay. Yeah. Okay. And here's the thing. Often we will we'll have a call, and we all have seasons, right? And this is kind of off the tangent, but we all go through the seasons of, man, this month is rock, and when it's good, right? You're like, man, you're on top of the world. When you hit Success Club 6 in the first week, you're like, man, I rock. This business is great. But when it's hard, and you're like, middle of the month, 0 points, your team cup doesn't have anybody, and you keep thinking, oh my gosh, what am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? And seriously, I mean, it's just seasons. I mean, sometimes it's easy and sometimes it's not, but the point, you've heard us every week, consistency is key. Consistency is key. Success leaves clues. Listen to what other people are doing and just go off and do that. 10X rule. Yes, I haven't read that one and I heard it's really good. Just know that you just got to keep doing those same things. And I wish I had something, magical to say, but that's what it is, and never give up. And a lot of times I know sometimes when people, if me, for instance, like if you hit Success Club at the beginning of the month, you kind of slow down a little bit because, man, you can kind of coast into the end of the month, and that just doesn't make any sense. Here it is the middle of the month, and I'm basically stopping my paycheck because I'm not pushing, well, gosh, I just said paycheck, I'm not helping other people, you call it what it is, but, I've slowed down, I slow down because, I just decided, anyway, that's a different thing. But one of the things I do want to congratulate, there's some women on the call. This is every year I like to host something I call it a race away. I don't call it a diamond retreat, but I call it a race away because a lot of our friends on our team are runners. And so this is my 2nd annual race away. And I have, I think, 6, let's see, Kim Bickle, Kim Hardin, Jenna, Christina. Oh, that's what I think off my head.
Angelina.
Well, no, she's local. But anyway, these 4 ladies, they diamonds, and we bring them here to be in Texas, and we like to spoil them as much as we can. We've got massages booked for the ladies that are coming in, dinner, and then they will go to Dallas and have lunch with Jimmy Hayes Nelson and spend an afternoon with him. And then we'll spend some time at the house, and then we all go run the Cowtown Marathon. Most of that, some of these activities are exclusively for the diamond coaches who make that, and we're super proud of them. And some of them, if the team is local, and running the Cowtown, we invite them to come to some of the dinner things and things like that. So we're really excited to be hosting that soon. And so just putting it out there because I see a lot of runners out there, and just know that, in February, we like to host what we call a race away. So if you've got aspirations on, what that's about, coming to Texas to do that with us, we're happy to do that. If we can't put you here, there's a hotel 3 miles down the road, and we have a good time. So I'm looking forward to that event coming up pretty soon. And of course, the men's event, we would like, what, Justin Butler, what I thought would be really cool for you and Jessica, and I thought about this, Dallas Cowboy game. You guys need to head down here when we have a Dallas Cowboy game. Although I've never been to a Cowboy game, but I'm sure you would like it. So that'd be cool. But yeah, we like to have our friends do that. And so I'm rambling. So ask us about that. Say, hey, next year, when's that raceway, and what do I have to do? Oh, really? You like the Cowboys? How do I get there? How do I come out and hang out there? And we have a lot of fun. We eat butter chicken and just have a good time. So I'm rambling now. I don't want to keep your time, but I hope those little notes did something for you. I mean, they really spoke to me, and I think that like anything, you're out and about, and Beachbody would just, just pops in my head, and that's what happened. So I hope that you guys liked the call and could use those notes. Is there anything else? Oh, you're welcome. Is that it?
Okay, that's about half an hour.
Okay, good. Well, guys, thank you so much for being on the call and listening to me ramble. We really appreciate every single one of you. And, don't get frustrated. If you're at Success Club 0 and it's the 15th, you've got plenty of time to get with your Team Cup people, rally and say, okay, how do we do this? We want at least this tier. We got to do it. So, don't give up on that. Know that there's a problem. You're the person, and there's a plan, and you can fix it. So just get out there and connect with your Team Cup people and make it a great week. Thank you very much. Is that it? I'm going to hit end meeting. Oh, stop recording. Should I do that too?